Hey guys, welcome to another Writerly Wednesday. It's been a week. That just seems insane to me. So this past week doesn't feel like it's been very productive, but when I stopped to think about it, I got way more done than I thought that I did. I did a lot of traveling. I went to my dad's on Thursday, I went to my stepdad's family's house on Saturday, and then Sunday and Monday I ended up having a Harry Potter marathon with my mom. So for being occupied, I got quite a bit done. This week I really dived into the research aspects of my novel. I went through and I got information on twin flames, the responsibilities of kings and queens back in the medieval time period. I also got research done on high priests and priestesses of covens, which was really fascinating. There was a lot more that went into that than I even realized. It was cool. It was really cool. But at the same time, it's really, really freaking hard to find information on it. All of the sites that I found had very minimal information, but they all had the same information. So there are still aspects of it that I'm really confused about. And so that's fun. If you know anything, let me know below, because it's impossible to find the information. I also went through and did research on the different structures of covens and tribes and all of that, because I want to make sure that when I'm writing their groups and their organizations and their their beliefs, their systems, I want to make sure that it's all authentic and as close to reality as possible. It is still fiction. It is still going to have high fantasy vibes and magic and all of that are unrealistic, but I want the foundations of everything to be as realistic as possible. There are other little aspects that are fundamental to my story that I will continue researching this week and that I hope to finish this week. However, I don't want to get stuck on researching everything now, because I know that I'll just use that as a procrastination tool for not actually starting draft 0. So by December 1st, I really want to dive into draft 0 and starting to get that done, because I've come to realize in my research that there's a lot of things that I'm not going to know until I start writing that I'm going to need to research, such as different aspects of Wicca and voodoo that I'm going to need to know. I have to wait until I'm writing in order to know what aspects, because there's such broad systems and belief systems that when you just look up Wicca and voodoo, you're gonna come up with a ton of knowledge, and that's awesome. And I'm excited that that's at my fingertips and I can kind of search through it and get inspiration, because I've gotten inspired by a lot of the stuff that I've found. I've come up with new scenes that I'm really excited to write and different things that I'm really excited to happen with my characters, but there are things that I'm not going to know until I'm writing, such as different rituals or belief things that I'm going to need. I did begin writing the first scene, and I've already figured out that I need to look up the basics of rituals and how all that works, especially back in the day when they were doing sacrificial ones where someone was being killed. I need to know this information because I want it to be realistic and honest. So that's another thing that needs to be done. But I'm also super excited because I'm learning a lot from these characters, and I've always been interested in Wicca, but I grew up with more of the lighter side of things, the more, the more actual Wicca religion, rather than the ones that everyone else knows, the very dark stuff. And so I'm excited to dive more into the dark magic and seeing what all that was like and being able to represent it in my story, because there is that contrast between light and dark magic, and I am excited to kind of play with that. And I also plan on getting into gray magic, because that's kind of be used a little bit in my story as well. And so that's just exciting, and I'm super stoked to dive into that. But ultimately, my goal for this week is to finish up the research list that I already have made, because at the beginning of research I went through and I took all of my brainstorming ideas and I kind of went through and I picked out different things that I knew I was going to need development on and research to back up. And so I have this list, and most of it is pretty much done. I got it all done this week, but there are a few things on there that I still need to accomplish this week. And so that's going to be one of my main priorities, is making sure that I'm getting all of the fundamental research done so that by December 1st I can begin writing draft 0. I also planned this week to do some basic outlining. I don't like to have a concrete outline because I know that once I hit draft 0, everything was probably going to change from that. But I would like to have some general plot points in which I know that I'm working towards, because I know the beginning and I know the end. I just need to figure out what's happening in the middle. That's gonna be fun. So that's basically all I have for you guys this week. I hope that you guys had a wonderful week that was full of fun, and that you guys enjoyed time with your families and had safe travels. If you're a writer, I hope that you also had a productive week and that you make great progress in your process. Remember to like and subscribe and connect with me down below. All of my links are in my bio, and I would love to connect with you there also. If not, I will see you guys next week in another video. Bye!